Go Browns. What's up, man? Y'all can see what I'm doing. Yeah, I got something similar for yours too. This ain't it. This somebody else's. It's another customer shirt. Browns is very popular around here. Some people will beg to differ and say Steelers. But I'm gritting to it as always. How's y'all Sunday going? Alright. Yeah. That looks pretty good. No, not a Target bag. What's up, Tony? How you doing? If y'all got any questions, you guys can ask me. Got a little bit of free time before I start recording. Working. Sunday work day. I'm going to do a couple customs. So I'm going to cut some hair. Then I'm going to come back and shoot some videos. So I got my day planned out. Pretty much. Y'all watching the game? Squad up. What do you listen to while it's working? I listen to a lot of music. Not one particular thing. I listen to this is a gator, y'all. They look kind of crazy around my neck, but I ain't taking them off. I listen to mainly rap. I like rap. Lyrical rap. Gets me in my zone. Gets my brain going while I'm working. Even when I'm coming up with ideas, I do a lot of rap. Sometimes I listen to gospel too, though. I ain't gonna front. But mainly it's rap. Or Imagine Dragons, 21 Pilots, some stuff like that. Jadakiss, Mozzie. What's up, cuz? Yolanda Cherie Thompson. What y'all got going on today? Hey, babe, you at work? Girl, how you on here watching? You at work? You want to bring you on camera? In case y'all didn't see this. So one of the Browns things that just got done. Getting ready to get to some other stuff. Hopefully we winning. Not sure if we winning or not, but I hope we are. This is another one, but I can't let y'all see the back of this shirt. So who it's going to is actually on the live. What's up, Ricky? You watching the game, Ricky? If y'all got any questions, go ahead and start asking. Did anybody catch that Friday Night Live? It was off the hook. You been there talking about a lot of stuff. Then the replays be all week, so. You hoping the Titans win? What? You meant to say Browns? It's okay. I understand. I used to sit there and watch football. I played football, so I used to sit there and watch football all crazy. But the older I got, the less interested I got in sports. I know that sounds probably crazy to a lot of y'all. Any dudes that be on my daggone line. What? You don't watch sports? No, I don't watch sports. Because the majority of my life I played sports. And I play football. So I no longer have interest in it. You play what position? I was a linebacker. So that's, you know, you can tell it's a big boy. But I don't know. I just, as I got older, actually while I was playing football, I discovered I didn't like football. So, but if I must stick with a team, you see it's Cleveland all day. Whether it's the Indians, it's the Cleveland Browns, any local team, Cincinnati, anything in Ohio, really, for real. It was nice when LeBron James was here. I'm chatting it up with y'all real quick before I get started on these customs. I got a few I want to complete. Then go cut some hair. Stiller Nation, okay, I understand. I get it, I guess. Because I do a lot of Pittsburgh Steelers stuff. I mean, a whole heck of a lot. But the squad, I respect that, yeah. The squad for me is the Browns. Other than the squad, which is on here. I'm about to move y'all to over here so I can have some workspace. Got to root for a real football team. The Pittsburgh Steelers is a football team? I didn't even know that. That's alright, Ricky. I understand. You might have been traumatized as a child or force-fed the black and yellow. I used to have my music blasting while I would do lives, but then I stopped doing that because Facebook would send me these nice little notifications saying that my stuff is blocked. Or it would be partially muted. What's everybody working on? I know it's Sunday. A lot of folks don't work on Sunday. And it's honestly when I get some of the best work done is on Sundays when I'm not being bothered. I had like one scheduled deposit pickup. Oh, now, Mike. Hey, my bad, Ricky. I understand. It may be personal. Listen, this Red Bull's for you. No, I'm not endorsed by them. I need to be. Anybody in the squad watch the courses I put up under the units tab? Trying to get some feedback about that. If you go to the units tab, you'll see where I've done like courses explaining how to do certain things in silhouette design. They're like YouTube videos or tutorials specifically for the squad, and it's for free. Alright, so do a cut here, kind of look at the front of this. Make sure this one matches that. That orange is kind of close. Oh yeah, I appreciate you. Are you trying to have fun in that Friday Night Live? If you missed it, I do post replays that be on my YouTube channel, and there's also some in the squad. This one is a little bit closer. It's the orange I need. This side is gonna be. Might do a sublimation on glitter video again. I like the way those shirts turn out. Look pretty nice. Well, someone wanted to start getting into making shirts and custom clothing. How much would starting up cost on average? Well, it's a good question. Often, a lot of times, people will tell you to go with what's in your budget, however much you can make, how much you can afford to spend without falling completely off. Good start out price, I would say, for me, I wasn't like a lot of the different folks, but for me, a good start out spot was about $1,500. Entry level is $600, but that's buying the cheapest of everything. Not saying that there's nothing wrong with that. Go with what you can afford. And you may only be able to get a $200 heat press. Grab that $200 heat press. You may only be able to grab one roll of vinyl. Get that one roll of vinyl. You might not be able to get a whole yard or 12 yards or 27 yards or 50 yards of vinyl. So go what works for you. For me personally, it was like between $1,500 and $1,800, and that's what I started with. I spent my whole income tax check on this t-shirt industry, and that was 3 years ago, I want to say. Been thinking about it for 4. I had a couple of ideas before I even purchased any of the equipment, and I spent a ton of watch time on YouTube University watching different people like Stan Banks and Reyes Entrepreneur, HEART&HUSTLE Printing, the T-shirt chick. It was so many people I was watching. So before I even initially purchased anything, I really kind of studied what they were using, their methods, and, you know, their day-to-day operations. Once I figured out how I could apply this to myself, I completely quit my job. I had a good job. I was building rectifiers for Powell Electric Company. It's an electric company down here in Ohio. And it was pretty decent. The only thing about Powell, though, is there's millions of watts of electricity going through that building at any time. So one flip of the switch, one wrong touch, you fry like a duck, it's over. Ain't no bringing you back. Can't nobody knock you off a breaker. You just literally fried. So that was scary for me. But once I would get off of work, I would go home, and I had a lot of extra time once I got home. Once I get to the crib, I just start watching video tutorials on how to make shirts. And out of that, I mean, it really gave me the fuel needed to be the most meanest t-shirt maker on this earth, and since birth have been cursed and worse, whatever you want to say. But that's really how I felt. So once I did get the equipment, I wasted a good, I would say, $15,000 to $20,000 on material. Every day messing up on stuff. Just really trying to teach myself to trade. Once I taught myself to trade, I put prices on things. I found out that the prices was too low. I was doing too much work for too little money. I mean, it was just like a whole learning curve. Eventually, I got good at my craft. I'm not the best. I'm not even claiming to be even close to being the best. But I do consider myself good enough. And I'm very confident in the designs that I do make. I may ask questions here and there like, what do you think about it? But ultimately, in my head, if I'm showing it to you, I already thought it was a winning plan. I was confident enough for me to even show it to you. A lot of times you get inspiration from looking at other people's shirts, being like, oh yeah, I could do something similar. The problem with that is a lot of people tend to take and copy and straight, there's no creative, nothing, no creative input, no change of nothing out, no none. They just straight steal from that person's design, which I think that's horrible. But back to what I was saying. So after being in a custom apparel business in my basement for a while, I worked my way into a store. The way that I worked my way from a store, it was kind of like a transition. So I was selling like a whole bunch of shirts I would make. Let's say I made a whole bunch of these Grizzly shirts, right? I had like all different types of colors, different bears everywhere. And I would take them to these stores, drop them off. I had a relationship with such stores. They would let me drop off my shirts. I would drop off my shirts. They would sell. So I would leave like 10% of my sales with the person that was selling my shirts, and I would take the rest, reinvest in more shirts, vinyl, blanks, what have you. Deron Boggs, do you prefer doing sublimation over vinyl, or do you just do what the customer asks for? I started with vinyl. I love vinyl. Sublimation was something later on I was introduced to. You know, the interesting thing about that question, Devon, really, is sublimation is super simple, right? You just print out something and then you press it. So therefore, it's not really a lot to charge unless you're using expensive blanks. Expensive blanks with sublimation is what makes sublimation expensive. But it's cheaper to me to do sublimation than it would be for me to do a vinyl shirt. I love vinyl. That's why they call me a vinyl hoarder. That's what the inner squad call me, because I have so many different colors or flavors or patterns of vinyl. From glitter to regular to 5 second to specialty to puff to whatever have you. I prefer vinyl. Some people prefer sublimation. I think they prefer sublimation, one, because yes, the colors do pop. I get it. Whatever. But it's really easy to do. It's really not something too hard you can mess up on unless you just like wasting money. The thing about sublimation, what's up, 12 gone? The thing about sublimation is your printer. It's all about the printer that you're using. And if you ain't mastered that printer, it could be a nightmare. So, just people that have the Sawgrass, the actual sublimation printer, stuff works 9 times out of 10 perfectly, flawlessly. But then there's people like me who got something that's converted that wasn't an original sublimation printer, the Workforce 7720. And a lot of times with that, it's a headache if you don't know what you're doing. Some people can't even use sublimation paper off a roll in the Epson's Workforce. Whereas I learned how to use sublimation paper off a roll for the Workforce 7720. It's a big difference. Hi, Adrian. How you doing today? I got your design. I'm coming with it. But yeah, if I had to pick one and choose one and just stick with one, it would be vinyl all day. Sublimation does add an extra layer. There's just one problem with sublimation, and it's like a sore thumb. You either have to add something to a color shirt to use sublimation, or you have to use some type of a spray. Here's the two problems with that. The one thing that you have to add to the shirt with sublimation is either a transfer, a cloth transfer, or something that's hard to cut. So let's say I'm using, I don't know, a fabric media type transfer, and I want to contour cut that media transfer, but I don't know how to do it other than to use my fabric scissors. Well, some of the details that you get in some of these pictures, I mean, you can't really get in there with the scissors and be doing all of this because you're going to snag that transfer media cloth. The downside to like 3G opaque and then regular Nina Jet Pro soft stretch to me is, yeah, it can be cut, but it has that feel to it. See, so there's ups and downs to the sublimation game. Now, if you sublimating straight to garment, DTG, there's really no feel. It's just like being in the shirt other than vinyl. Vinyl is the closest thing to me as far as being in the shirt, but I mean, there's ups and downs, there's pros and cons, whichever one you like to do the most. I like vinyl. I like to layer vinyl, I like cutting vinyl, I like coming up with new designs in vinyl that can ultimately be switched over to, hold on y'all, that can ultimately be switched over to sublimation. For instance, these brown shirts I'll be doing, it's a lot of layering. It's not something that's too complicated unless you make it complicated or unless you're using the wrong vinyl in the wrong temps and the wrong kind. That's a great question though. See, you had me on a little rant real quick. Daniel Minion, agree, I don't mind inspiring, but don't jack my artwork. Yeah, for sure. That's the issue. That's a big issue, and I think what it is a lack of creativity. Some folks just can't come up with stuff. Hey, see, we ain't talking about the little funky little birds, all right? You're talking about some Go Hawks, and you know damn well the Browns is playing, and we winning. Don't say the funky Hawks. Y'all little beak on the hat looks slick. I get to you. I see you, the green and the little blue, whatever. But the Browns is what it is. I'm a dog for life. Not in that literal sense, neither. My wife is just down here. Not that type of dog, but, you know, Cleveland Brown dog. Yeah, a lot of folks steal artwork because they have no creativity whatsoever. Which is fine. You ain't got to be an artist to be in this game. If y'all watch any of Stan Banks stuff, I'm going to throw my scissors, but if y'all watch any of Stan Banks stuff, he shows you, he explains how you're still like an artist or how you could just simply go into your city, find an artist, have that artist, you know, you tell him what you want, and then go from there. That way you're not stealing nobody's artwork, and it's authentic and it's original. Me, I know how to tweak designs. What that simply means is I can look at a design and say, okay, yeah, I like this about it, I like this about it, but I don't like that, and I don't like that, and I don't like that. So, to me, the purpose of seeing somebody steal somebody else's artwork is just like, damn, you liked everything about that picture? The curves? All the curves was on point for you? Everything? You don't see how you could have put your little touch on it at all? Don't try to steer away from that, but a lot of times, everybody steals from everybody to become creative. Let's get that out of the way. This C hat was a C hat. This Coach's C been around for years. You don't think it's been flipped 50 million trillion ways before it got to the C that's on my hat? Some C's is like this. Some C's ain't even blocked. Some C's kind of like an oval halfway with a part of it cut out. I mean, everything, it's your creativity that's going to make you stand out from the rest. Plain and simple. Danita Nolan, how you doing? Me too. What's up, J Bill? First time for everything, laugh out loud. Yeah, I know. You just got to learn how to like the Browns. So, first time for everything. Leave them Seahawks alone, man. We going to the Super Bowl this year, y'all. Hashtag borrow, yeah. People don't know how to borrow, though. They don't even know how to politely borrow. They'll just straight take some stuff and say, oh, look what I did. How do you politely borrow? All right, I like this C, right? But I'm not going to use this whole C, man. You just can't do that. I can't just throw this C on the hat. On the shirt and say, oh, that's my C now. This is the Canton C. Y'all know damn well this is Cleveland Indian C. If you don't know, you don't now. Because this is what I rock in all my YouTube videos and lives and everything. Super Bowl, yeah. Browns are going to the Super Bowl. Ricky Ray quit playing, quit sleeping. See, you like black and yellow. You don't understand. It's almost like this other dude on here that like this bird team. 12 gone. He likes birds, and you like Shittsburg. I mean, y'all might be pals. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. That's just it. I can live in a whole nother city, a whole nother state, which I did. I lived in Charlotte, South Carolina for a long time. And yeah, I was feeling a little team down there, but I was still going for the Browns. It was still Browns. Still is going all the way, bro. They might. I mean, they got somebody to cheat for them every day. So, if the refs ain't working for them, they got people in the back whispering sweet nothings to the Browns players and everybody else that telling them they ain't shit. You have some people out there that just don't care. They will be in the same group as you. And I swear, I've seen it happen. I have seen it happen time and time and time again. But my question to the designer is, okay, you might have put your design up, right? Like, for instance, my G-Fit, the Grizzly Bear. Y'all might see different variations of the Grizzly. But I'm not going to put a blank carbon trace out copy of exactly what my bear looked like so you could steal it in the first place. If you're going to steal this bear, it's going to take a whole lot. Like, you can see the bear. I had no problem showing the bear. This is the black on black edition, Grizzly by Nature, which was stolen like ours, but you can see the bear. But I'm not going to put an outline either on any of these t-shirt creator sites and be like, yo, look at how dope this is. To me, that's stupid. But on the other hand, you got to think too of some people that's just starting out that just don't know no better. Some folks, like, their mindset, they don't think about that. They don't think about, oh, how am I affecting this person's money or his pockets or his wallet. To them, it's simply, I'm just going to use it and see how many I can sell. Can I sell as many as the person that created that design? When in actuality, you are hurting the designer's pockets by taking that design, running off, and selling it. So, I'm glad 12 Gone is on here. He had the 2020 made it hard to breathe. I wore the shirt in my town. Everybody and their mom asked me, Mike, when can I get that shirt? You making that shirt? Blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. Now, being transparent as I am, this ain't my shirt. I can't make this shirt. I can send you to the person that made the shirt. But that's just me. That's how I think, because I create t-shirts. I love the shirt. The 2020 made it hard to breathe. That's something I wish I would have came up with. Because that's a slogan. And that's what was really replicated, and somebody tried to steal like an artist and they put 2020. They didn't put made it hard to breathe. They just said 2020 was a hard year or something like that. But they used the same font, the same colors, the same box method. Everything was, they took the line, everything was the same. That's the issue. Maybe that person just started and didn't know no better. And maybe just thought, hey, if he can make money, if I could just flip one word around, maybe I can make some money too. You ain't wrong in having that mindset. You wrong for stealing that design and not even reaching out to the person. You don't give gratitude to the person once you done sold 50 shirts. That's an insult. You know what I'm saying? That's a backhanded insult. That's like, all right, I'm going to steal Stan Banks' logo. I'm going to put it up on my website. I'm going to make a couple $100s off of it. And months go by. Then I reach out to Stan Banks like, yo, bro, you made a cold-ass design. You know what? I liked it so much I used it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to give you a shout out because you was the original. I'm like, come on, man. What? Huh? That don't even make sense. So that's really how I got emotionally heated over the situation. It wasn't the fact that the dude just stole the design and came out with the design. It was the initial fact that he stole the design, he had probably sold about $100 to $200 worth of this design and then reached out. Now, like I said, a lot of folks don't got common sense. A lot of people don't, but you gotta have some. I cannot make a Tommy Hilfiger shirt today, right? On live, have it up for sale tomorrow. By the following week, hit up Tommy Hilfiger and be like, yo, y'all made this one shirt with the T on there, the H, the red and the blue was popping just right. I had to have it, so I made it. I made a couple thousand off it. I just want to say thank you. You can't do that. You know why? You're going to get a Class A lawsuit or action lawsuit, however they say it. I'm not no lawyer, but y'all know where I'm going with it. They're going to sue the shit out of you, in other words. They're going to sue you. You ain't going to have nowhere to live. You ain't going to be able to create nothing because everything that you was creating with is going down with the damn lawsuit. And that's kind of how I feel. So when we coming up, especially in the squad, we teaching and inspiring, we motivating folks how to get their own and how to get to it. And we showing little different, that's why I do the little classes. We teaching people how to essentially get up off their ass and get it themselves, even from designing. Because I will have some little 8-minute courses in there to show you how to make up some basic designs, whatever I don't care about. And you can run with it and sell it. But to just straight take somebody's stuff, y'all, come on, man. You was raised better than that. You ought to know better. If your mama didn't correct you, the streets did. Somebody told you in your point in life, nigga, that's wrong. Oops, excuse my language. That's wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. Danita Nolan, I'm sorry, y'all been ranting too much. I kind of sent me off on the thing. J Bell, me too. I'll be like, yo, Danita Nolan, do you have... Yeah, I heard of Vexel. Have I messed with Vexel? No. Vexo and Etsy and all of them to me are the same. So I feel like if they can create the same shirt, so can I. And my saying gonna be way harder, hit harder, look way better. I've looked at these sites, don't get me wrong, but to me they're all like the same. So why I say that? Etsy and what's the other one? Vexel and I'll just put Shopify in there, for instance, but I don't know if Shopify really in there if they sell designs like that. But it's another one. They all use the same boxes. They all use the same fonts. They all turn the letters a little bit. They all put the little stars in there. They all do the little squiggly lines. Then they have some little saying, it's from the heart, with a heart, and then a little squiggly line. That shit is corny to me. There's no thought. That's the regular Dollar Tree Hallmark card on a shirt. And they charging $250 for the image, or $250 for the artwork. I could sit in my room and make 1,000 I love you shirts from on top of my brain and word it and stretch out fonts and make little circles and, you know, little patterns like that. So that's why I really don't mess with Vexels. I mean, Vexels do have some stuff on there that's like, okay, that's nice. But no, that's because I create for myself though. If you cannot create something for yourself, I go to them sites. There's nothing wrong with going to them sites. I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with going to those sites, but don't be upset when you thought you didn't got you a unique shirt from off of Exels that's being sold on Etsy. Because that's how that stuff works. It's like they all brothers and sisters. Like, okay, so this design worked this month. So why don't you try it over here at Vexels and see how much you get off of it. Okay, and once you try that Vexels, send it over to Shopify. Shopify, see how much they can get for it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I don't know. That's just how I think, though. Yeah, Seeker did show that you was doing something right. When somebody take your stuff and they run with it, that's them paying homage. They may not directly say, thank you, sir. I loved your artwork. I'm going to use it. But that's what that is. Going back to the comments real quick. Yeah, it's a lot of creative people in the squad, y'all. So I mean, they may not necessarily get exactly what you want head on, but if you gotta that's that lack of communication. You gotta keep you and that artist that's creating whatever he is creating for you, y'all got to be almost like this. All right, look, I want the grizzly bear with his mouth open. I want him to show that he hungry and then he send it back and it looked like something that you don't want it to be. No, bro. I just need a little bit more. I need the mouth open on there. I need that man's jaw feel like he about to eat the world. He ain't never gonna be full. Every time you turn around, he eating something. That type of hunger in his eyes. I want it to reflect in his eyes how hungry it is through his mouth. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta. But you, as a designer, you have to speak that to the artist, because the artist may not necessarily know what you're talking about. So a lot of times, you'll be like, well, let's just say, for instance, I want a Tupac image. Give me Tupac. He gives you Tupac. Okay, but it's the same Tupac that everybody else got. West Side Tupac, you know what I'm saying? With him all in here doing some shit like this. That ain't the Tupac you want. You want the Tupac in an interview from 1996. That Tupac. But he giving you this Tupac. How he gonna know which Tupac to give you if y'all line of communication is not open? You gotta, I'ma call, check in, report, and keep going back to it. Like, look, I ain't downing what you done did. I ain't saying what you did wasn't right. But it's not what I was looking for. It's not what I'm trying to pay for. It's not what I'm trying to convey to my audience. I don't want that Tupac, the West Side Tupac. I want the interview Tupac. You know, the one where he had his hand up by his face and his demeanor was all like, fuck the world. But he didn't say fuck the world. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all follow me with that? It's a lot of times, folks, they ask, like, how do you convey to the artist what it is that you want? And a lot of times you got to just be right down. I mean, listen, you paying for a service. If you paying for something, get what you done paid for. Just know that artist might up the price at some point in time because he feel like he done did it too many times. But y'all got to, that's that line of communication. Y'all got to find that common ground that y'all both can work on. The need and know that you can create. Let me ask you something. Do you sell your designs? I really don't sell my designs unless it's already on the shirt. I'll start off with saying that. But like I said, some people coming into the industry cannot design to save their life. They can do everything but design. They can press, they can print, they can cut it out. They know the best settings, but they cannot, they can't make a picture for nothing. And once again, y'all, this ain't something that I started doing yesterday. I ain't start yesterday and say I'm going to be a t-shirt designer. This is stuff that I've been doing. So, you may not acquire that skill to design when you first start. It might come after you've been in it for a while and you keep getting the wrong stuff. You don't be getting what you want to get. Anybody else got any questions besides me asking Danita? No, I don't. Well, how long have you been in it? How long have you been in the t-shirt game? I keep going back to that J Bell comment because that's so true. I will see something in one group and then all of a sudden it's like wildfires in everybody's group, and that's because one person then stole it. And then, I have done it myself, but I gave shots out and it wasn't for me to use like to sell for selling purposes. So I don't know who's been with me for the long haul, who hasn't, but if you ever watch my YouTube channel, I had a video called Social Medias. And it was where I was going to take pictures from like different pages, like the Instagram page, the Facebook page, Twitter, wherever I could get these images, and I was going to put it on this jacket. The problem is I got to thinking like, well, Mike, what type of message are you sending if you do a social media jacket? Which there's nothing wrong with it, but sometimes you can give somebody too much exposure doing stuff like that and you ain't getting paid for it. And that's where that issue came in with social media, which is a whole different subject. But I'm just trying to say, yep, you're right. Yeah, you've been in it for a minute. As a business, I could say 3 years for myself. as something I want to do, it would be 4 years. I had the grizzly design. This grizzly, the grizzly that y'all see, I knew I was going to be a bear from the start. It's just something I knew. What bear, I didn't know. How did this bear come upon? How did I get to this, where this bear is at? Started with clip art. Free clip art. You can go to Google. Free clip art anything. They got free clip art everything. You can free clip art some Nike stuff and get away with it. That's a little secret. Not all Nike stuff. I'm not saying go out there tomorrow and start your own Nike line off of some free clip art. But I'm saying, that's how I started. That's where the grizzly bear, like, I knew I wanted a grizzly bear. I just didn't know what I want the grizzly bear to look like. Why grizzly bear? My homeboy called me one day. And like I told you, I'm a big dude. I don't know what I look like on camera. Well, I do look kind of big on camera. But let's say we 325 over here. Solid. I stand on mine. I'm proud to be every bit of it. Fat person mean I'm up eating, working, getting to the grind like I'm supposed to. But anyway, so I had the grizzly bear. You know, I've been called a bear before. And it wasn't because I was mean or anything. It was just like my face was full of hair at the time. And this is some years and years and years ago. I was trapping. I was doing some illegal activities. And that's where that came from. But I just switched it over. You know what I'm saying? From that's where the grizzly came from. I had the grizzly for a long time. Y'all got any more questions? Hey, I know y'all be watching The Best Uni. If you don't, y'all need to get hip. I just got to shout her out because this woman has a new idea every day. I mean, some people are just regular creatives, and then you got creative geniuses out here where they doing something new every day. Like, homegirl done flipped it up on me so many times, it don't even make no sense. Speaking of which, I'm actually designing the back of a shirt for a friend right now, so while we speak, ain't so much of a design. Hey, Red Bull, y'all owe me a check, because I keep showing you in my video, my live. This one's for you, Red Bull. What's up, Anthony? How you doing today? What you working on, brother? Go Browns over here. We was just talking about that. I know you where you at? You by Wilbert. So you a Titans fan probably. Oh shoot. Look, I'm just saying go Browns. Cleveland Browns. Danita, I take different parts of a picture and I make things sometimes. That's how you supposed to do. That's where that creative genius comes from. That's where it's showing your creative side. What can I take from this picture and this picture and that picture and this picture and make as a whole new picture? What would inspire me? What inspired this recycling logo right here? What inspired it? Was it just that the plastic was recycled, or did somebody say, hey, we can reuse that again? Which, that's probably what happened. Somebody was sitting outside, no clothes, no nothing on, had a whole bunch of Bronco Nation? Okay. That's cool, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I see you got a lot of works out there, Anthony. I appreciate you. How long you said you've been doing this? I was trying to explain to him about people stealing designs and stuff. Or people coming into this industry that haven't made designs before. So they only know to take other people's stuff. I was going to do a football jersey font, but this is going to a chick, so I don't know if I should do standard football jersey letters or numbers on the back. 4 years? Okay. So, y'all keep getting notifications, weird ones too. So I've been in it for 3 years, but I knew 4 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing now because I walked away from a job. You can rewind it back a little bit. I'm just going to skim over a little bit. I was building rectifiers, which are like these huge metal electricity conducive things. Pretty much just shoots millions of watts of electricity. It gives the train a forward momentum. And with some good money, the only problem is if you went and flipped the wrong switch, you'd be fried like a duck. So, you going, look, ain't nobody worried about the seagulls, alright? See, you done messed my whole train of thought of putting that go seagulls up there. Folks ain't worried about that. It's browns all day. But basically, if you flip the wrong switch, you'd be fried like a duck. Literally. Like that hawk you keep talking about. You'd be fried. You'd be done. And I had to get away from it, man. It was good money, but it was dangerous. It's like risk your life every day, make a couple dollars, maybe make it home, or go out and clock in on your own time. And that's what I decided to do. I had to become my own business owner. I couldn't work for nobody else. I've dedicated my knees, back, and thoughts and all of that to countless companies, corporations, businesses, restaurants, all of that. I'm 39. Been working since I was about 14. I originally started working with my pops. We was building houses, and I have a construction background. From there, I went to go cut hair. From there, I became a chef. I worked at Outback Steakhouse for a long time. I went from salads one day to being the head chef at Outback. What else? From that, I done plumbing. I was maintenance supervisor at the Goodwill. So I always say this: I have no problem with going back to cleaning the toilet bowl. I could be a millionaire. I will go clean my own bathrooms. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to have somebody come clean my bathroom. It's all about how motivated you are in life. And that willingness to not say, I'm not going to do this, I'm not going to do that. Because a lot of times you're not going to make money if you can't do those certain things. I wouldn't ask somebody to do something I wouldn't do myself. Or I haven't done myself. Eventually, I'm going to try to get an apprentice in here because I'm the brains of my operation. I make the designs. I ship and package. I stamp. I'm here as the physical. The only thing is I got my daughter, and she's not really interested in this. She's only 17 years old, so I'm not forcing this on her. But sometimes she'll come in and she'll help. And then I pay her to film me because I'm not too cool with the computer and stuff. I mean, I can turn on live, thank God, and do that. But when it comes to videos and stuff, she do it for me. That's what people do. They don't believe in themselves. They have the talent and the passion, but scared to jump. Yeah, that's so true. So true. I have a couple buddies and friends. I'm going to call it acquaintances at this point. I have some acquaintances that's the end of your sentence. They're scared to jump. Are they too used to doing something that was too easy for them? And they feel like looking over their shoulder is their best option. Don't always have to be like that. Life is what you make it. Let's go with... I'm putting the name on the back of this shirt and a number. I can't really show this shirt because I don't know if this customer is still on here, and it's a surprise to the customer. Like, once I get done with here, I'm leaving here. I got 3 heads to go cut. So I'm going to cut their hair. Then I'm going to come back here tonight, and I'm going to film some videos for the next coming YouTubes. Any more questions, y'all? Got anything else we want to talk about? If you miss it, make sure y'all go back and check out that Friday Night Live. It was lit. We also do Workspace Wednesday, so if anybody on here would like to get on Workspace Wednesday, please reach out, shout out, say, Mike, I would love to do Workspace Wednesday. What is a Workspace Wednesday, y'all ask? It's basically showing us your creative talents, how do you come up with some of your stuff, and actually being able to put it online and display it. You know, we stand behind it. A lot of times, if it's around the time that I'm off work or I'm just sitting there, I will be part of that live. Or if not, I'll go back and watch it because I'm not always on time. Can't be everywhere all at once. But Workspace Wednesday is just like, okay, I make dominoes, so this is what I use, this is how I do it, and like a step-by-step tutorial, just so other people can get interested in what it is that you're doing. We have so many different creative talents in our group that I feel it's only fair, and so does the Hawk Maniac in here, that we feel folks should display it. And plus, knowledge is power. You never know what you can help somebody with. You may be able to, the Nina Nolan, you just jumped. Well, keep on jumping, girl. Hold on now, let me see what you're saying you jumped to. You talking about Alexander? They're scared to jump? Okay, yeah. Well, congratulations for that jump. That's the most important jump. You jumping to make your life better. That's not what I was just thinking just a minute ago. I'll be honest. I'm like, who you jumping to? My mind went elsewhere. But I was talking about Workspace Wednesday. So if any of y'all interested in doing it, please let me know. A lot of times I get in people's inbox, or if you're in a squad, I'll type up underneath a picture about doing a Workspace Wednesday. And that's just what it is. Eventually I will do one. And I don't know when, but sooner or later I'll do one. I feel like I do a lot of lives and stuff, so people are actually in tune with me. I try to be on camera as much as possible. This past week, my mouth was killing me. I heard some homemade remedies. I had a dentist appointment. I thought the dentist was gonna take the daggone tooth out. He said, no, your whole face is infected. You gotta take these daggone pills right here. I'm gonna tell you what, y'all. It's called penicillin Vicodin. I don't know who the hell came up with the shit, but it had me higher than a kite. Now I'm adjusting, and as you can see, I'm back to work, back to my grind, back to the grizzly. Anthony, me too. I retired from my 9 to 5 and bought a Silhouette. Hey y'all, if y'all ever need help or if y'all want questions on that Silhouette, I offer free classes in the squad group. All you gotta do is hit that units tab, and you can see where I posted 2 videos this week. I'll be posting another 2 sometime this week, and probably, you know, for the duration. I'm trying to get some other folks that's well versed in Cricut design and some of the other design spaces to drop, you know, a couple minute videos, no longer than 8-minute videos, but just showing us, you know, how to work it a little bit. But if y'all need any help, which Anthony, I mean, you got about the same amount of years of experience, so I imagine you know a little bit. But it's under the units tab. And I stay up late, y'all, so that's the thing. I do a lot of my work, my graphic arts at night. I'm going through the comments one more time. I really need help with Silhouette. Rakita Dunn, how you doing? Did you check out any of the videos I posted in the unit? You gotta tell me something more specific, like what do you need help with overall Silhouette, because I will be dropping a lot of different courses in there. They're just coming out 2 classes at a time per week. But if you want me to specifically get to something, just let me know, and I try to get that video out first. I wasted a new roll of Strip Flock Pro last night. I wanted to cry. Yeah, that's expensive. I feel your pain. My first year, I lost about 20 G's in materials and shirts and time. Add it all up. Was the settings wrong? The cut settings, were they off? Oh, you only pay $8 for it? Okay, what you got the, you must have got a sheet then. If it's the cut settings, as far as that flock go, brick, and other specialty vinyls like holographic, you want to have a deep cut setting. You need help overall? All right. Well, I started dropping some classes, but if you find yourself in a pickle, that's what my Catholic teacher used to say. Y'all went to Catholic school. I had this weird teacher. She'd be like, you find yourself in a pickle, just give me a call or, hit me up. I don't know what that meant, but that's what she would say. If you find that you need some help right away, just hit me up. Mac McCray Magoon, or the Goon McCray, he suggests that you get the CB09 from Amazon. It's the best blade for Silhouette, and I guess it can cut through damn near anything. It wasn't cut settings, and I use the settings heat transfer warehouse. Yeah, sometimes they don't be right though. You gotta do those little test cuts to see what's gonna cut perfect. Cause you gotta think, when them people put out them settings and them cut manuals, they're going straight off of the original cut settings from Silhouette. The original cut settings from Silhouette ain't even right. Some forces be at like a 1, and then the cut be at like 33, and then it be at a speed of 12. That don't even sound right. My machine already be sounding like it's about to have a heart attack. So I already know I had to make some adjustments immediately when I turned it on. Like I knew something wasn't right. Even to this day when I turn this thing on, it still be sounding crazy. It was 1 yard roll, so it wasn't much. Yeah, but still, a loss is a loss. And I know you felt that loss. I hate losing anything. It definitely wasn't right. So what happened when you, what was it that you initially messed up on, I should say? If it wasn't the cut settings, what happened? You just didn't press it right? Yeah, they need to know that you are right. They are not. Them settings that Silhouette put in this little, I'll show you right now. Because I'm in it. This stuff don't be right. Like, so, let me get off this font and go straight to regular page. Hey, y'all, I suck at holding the phone and trying to talk at the same time. Horrible at that. That's why I pay my daughter to do this. So, there's no machine on here, but I'll just choose one. So, let's say I pick Cameo and I hit send. Of course, it's not going to show because I'm not plugged all the way in or turned on. But it's going to say something wild. Like, when I turn it on, it's going to say something real retarded. And maybe because I've been messing with it for a while, I know that that's not right. But if you're new to this, it'll drive you crazy. Like, what I'm doing what the machine say. Yeah, but the machine don't know what it's supposed to be saying. It's saying the wrong stuff. Alright, so it's telling me it's unavailable. I know it's not. I just plugged it in. It's on. Keep on scanning. This is one problem I have a problem with. Is I still have to hook up my Bluetooth. And I had this Cameo 4. I've done the little, you see this is on. I've done that little test, but for some odd reason, it just does not pick it up if that ain't plugged in. So unplug it and plug it again. Alright, so now you can see where I'm going at. Alright, I'm in I made my own settings first of all. This Econo V is for like Econo vinyl. And that's usually my force is at a 13, my speed is at a 5. I'll go all the way up to 8. I won't go past 8 and I won't go lower than 5. My roller dial is always from 3 to 4. I never have it on 1 or 2. I always keep it at 3 or 4. If you don't, you'll find yourself not being able to cut, or it'll just like skim the material. It won't actually do anything. Then you'll go to weed it and you'll be wasting material that way. But right here, is what I'm talking about. So I'll hit this draw down menu. Hold on, if I can. And it gives you a whole bunch of options, right? So we're going to use cardstock chalkboard. See how it has a force of 29, a speed of 3, a roller dial of 4. I don't know if that would necessarily work for cardstock chalkboard. I've never worked with chalkboard cardstock, but I would assume that I would automatically have to adjust something. Just being that I know their presets ain't right. I don't know who came up with the presets. Let me go down to another one. Cardstock glitter. Alright, so yo, they got the roller dial. Can I zoom in? At 6, right? The force at 33 and the speed at 3 for cardstock glitter. That thing be done tore up your whole, you be done cut a hole in your cameo messing around with these presets that they already put in this daggone program. So you got to use that test cut button. This right here, this is going to become your best friend until you learn what preset works best for you. This right here. You going to just automatically assume you're going to have to adjust something whenever you start with your Silhouette program. I missed a couple comments. I'm trying to go back. When I went to weed it, it hadn't cut all the way through. Yeah, with that flock. So here's a little secret with the flock. They say 33, a force of 6, and a speed of like 2. That roller dial needs to be at 3 or 4, preferably 4. The force itself, this right here, needs to be at 19, not 33. And the speed needs to be somewhere between 5 and 8. I would use a force of 19, roller dial of 3, and a speed of 5. I guarantee you it'll cut. But then again, make sure you do a test cut when you do that, so you can see if it cut all the way through and made a clean cut. Because sometimes that don't work. Sometimes you got to knock that force up a little bit more just to make sure it cut all the way through. The most important thing is it cutting all the way through, but not cutting through the carrier sheet that it's on. If you cut through the carrier sheet, then your force is way too high. Rakita, yes, I have the Cameo 4 and the Bluetooth connection does act up. Yeah, I've redone this connection so many times that I just said bump it and I just plug it right on in and get to work. Now, the one at the house, I got a Cameo 3. I got that Bluetooth working and it's fine. Danita Nolan. Anthony, that's what I did. Apparel is my focus. Also, y'all talking about your own apparel lines? Okay, hold on. I've been missing more stuff. My bad, y'all. I was doing some talking. Dang, I missed quite a few comments. Alright, definitely wasn't right. I never use recommended settings. Right, the machine sounds real crazy. That machine sounds like it's having a heart attack every time I turn it on. Rakita, no, it didn't cut always. Okay, we already talked about that. Laugh out loud, I lost a lot buying things that I didn't need because I was trying to get into everything at once. I stayed focused on apparel. I started winning. Hey, that's why I said in a live the other night, what do you consider yourself? Are you a creator for other people, basically a customizer, or do you focus only on your own brand? Some people could do both. Some people only could do one. I find that making customs works best for me. I do have a brand though. So I'm on the fence with it. I just haven't dropped my brand. I keep saying days I'm going to drop it, but I haven't dropped it. Rakita, when I went to eat it, okay, yeah, we talked about that. We talked about the Bluetooth. Danita, Anthony, that's what, okay, the apparel, yep. Seek, I use cardstock, plain, and adjust the speed, force per material. Yes, you gotta be talented. Hey, Seek knows the machine now. You could do stuff like that when you know your machine. If you know your machine, then you can automatically adjust. But a lot of times, I'm guaranteeing you, he did a test cut before. He said, yep, that's where I'm going with it. Rakita, that is what was happening. It was tracing the design. You could see it. Tried to cut it, but it didn't go all the way through. Yep, just adjust that force to 19, that speed to a 5, and try that roller dial at 3 or 4. Do a test cut first to make sure it go all the way through, but I'm pretty for sure that's gonna work. Rakita done. Yes, I done messed up a couple of mats. Yeah, these little thin mats, which I found out so many times, people have told me that we really shouldn't be using this unless you got a little piece of material. You should just feed this stuff, the vinyl, right through here onto the rollers, and it should cut. I'm like, yeah, that worked for you, buddy, but I'm going to use my mat. And yeah, I got 152 mats I done threw away. They say you can clean them up and all of this and that and use baby wipes or whatever and bring them back, but I throw them things out and I buy 3 at a time. I don't go get the Silhouette brand because I'm not paying $15 for one mat. Well, I could pay $15 for 3 mats. Here's the name of it right here, right on Amazon. You get a nice little 3-pack for like $12.89 or something like that. You buy one if you want to, because it says Silhouette right there instead of the Kappa. But I'm going to get 3 for that 12. I'm having problems with Silhouette bringing PNGs into the software now since I updated. Are you using a business edition, Anthony? Are you using designer edition or basic edition? The business edition, I had that same problem, but then I reached out to my homeboy and he showed me what I was doing wrong. So once you go to save, like I can't do it on this one. On my work computer, I just have the regular Silhouette Studio. They wouldn't let me put it on 2 computers for whatever reason, so I have basic here, but at my house I have business edition. When you go to save to a hard drive, there's a tab at the bottom, and it shows you how you can save it as a SVG, PNG, or a, JPI, or a JPEG, or whatever. You have to. I have to show you that one from the house. Now you having trouble from your business? I'll buy the same stuff as you. What are you talking about, see? Yeah, I haven't dropped mine either. A lot of times, too, I don't know, some of them updates be funky, y'all. I look at the whole, what it is that is updating, and see if it's even needed. My business edition is running on 4.2 at the house. This is running on 4.3 or 4.4, one of the two. This one lags bad. And I think it's because of that newer update. So the one at the house, I left it where it's at, and I ain't had no problems with it. Which is the better, the business or the designer? The business, because you get all 3 of them. You get the designer and you get the basic. You get all the functions of all 3 in the business. But the business ain't cheap unless you can find it on sale. I've heard of some people paying $40 for it. I heard of some people paying $60. I paid $68, and that was off of Swing Designs, I believe. Then I heard some people pay $100 for it. You can find all types of deals. It should be a heck of a deal going on right now since it's Christmas. Trying to switch this back real quick before I forget. And I cut some stuff and messed some junk up. I want to drop this Grizzly so bad, y'all. I just want to be like, yay, you can get your Grizzly fit today. But squad merch is out. Definitely can cop you that squad constituent shirt today. Go on and support the squad. We appreciate you. If y'all didn't get a chance, please go watch that video. Seek just dropped 12 on apparel. He's showing that constituent shirt all in there. It's looking crispy. It was popping. Matter of fact, he had it on too on Friday Night Live. I think he's doing 2 colorways. I'm not sure on the 3rd colorway yet, but I know for sure I think it's 2 colorways. But support, y'all. Hit up the squad and grab your constituent shirt today. Also got some candles, y'all. Telling you, y'all gonna keep hearing me saying them because I'm trying to help this woman out. She is my church sister, and these candles is the truth. I got them lit in my house. I got them lit at my store. Well, when I'm in these spots, y'all don't just leave them lit, but I got them lit at my house. I got them lit at my store. Overall they make the whole house smell good. It smell like you baking cookies all day, or you making some pumpkin pie or something. Pumpkin oatmeal pumpkin pie, like the damn song said. But it's Scentful Bliss. And we do ship. We can ship. I can put you in direct contact with her. She does wax melts as well. So if you don't like the candles and you want the wax scent, she does those as well. And it's soy too. Soy candles. It's not the little Family Dollar candles, and they last for a while. How much are the candles? They are $10, but if you buy in bulk, we can do some type of deal. 8 ounce. She's just starting out. She's trying to get her foot in the door. I agreed to some in my store, but like I said, I bought into it because when she bought the damn candle to me, I fell in love. So, you know how people be going crazy over Yankee candles and all them other candles? It's something like that. Yeah, she got wax melts too. And it make your whole house just smell so good. Like, you walk in the house, you be like, oh, I'm at home. This is home. Mom, you in there making cookies? that's how I feel. For real. The wax melts aren't $10. The wax melts are... I don't know. I will have to get back to you on that. I don't want to shout out some price and not be the right price. Anthony Alexander, I'm dropping my Flawless one. Fits next year. Okay. I'm thinking about dropping one of the Grizzlies. I got so many designs, so many seasons as a Grizzly. It's ridiculous. If you see my design catalog, you'd be like, what's wrong with you, man? You could have been and dropped this. It's not that I just been toying with the idea, and it's my brand, it's my name. Cause like, I feel like when you look at the Grizzly Bear, you're already seeing Mike T's. You're already seeing me. That's why I have so many variations of it. Dropping mine too in 2021. This was just one of the designs. This one was a little bit popular though because it's Grizzly by nature, was fitting. But I did so many colorways of it, it made no sense. Also put it on my book bag, which I got these book bags from Heat Transfer Warehouse. Y'all make sure y'all copy y'all some. Oh yeah, while I'm shouting out plugs on here, Vinyl Unlimited has gave me my own coupon. So if you spend $100, you get $10 off or something like that. You spend $200, you get $50 off. You just gotta say Mike T's, or put Mike T's. Vinyl Unlimited Supplies. That's Vinyl Unlimited, or Vinyl Supplies Unlimited. Y'all, I'm butchering them. Here's another one of the designs right here. And he has all types of Caesars. He has the glow in the dark. He has the color changing decal. The Grizzly by nature was a little bit popular. How do I know it's popular? People was asking me about it after I put it out. But hey, I appreciate y'all. I'm getting ready to get up off of here. Trying to knock these shirts up before I go cut these heads real quick. It's 3:15 here. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. I might come back on later on, but it'll be on Instagram. I'm trying to switch platforms. But I appreciate the support. Squad up. Make sure y'all go cop y'all squad constituent shirt today. More squad designs is coming. Asked if we did Creator of the Week on Friday Night Live. Who was interested? Hey, before I get up off here, y'all, real quick. If I did Creator of the Week, who would be interested? We got any participants? No problem, Danita. Anytime. I try to be on here and spread as much knowledge as I can. I should have asked that a little bit sooner. See, I think they hopping off of here. We'll have to post it. But I'm about to hit you, bro, in a second. Yeah, y'all, I'm out. Appreciate you. On the next one. What do we have to do? I'm not too sure, Danita, but I'll definitely inbox you here in a second. I got to figure out some things. I'm about to holler at them real quick. And like I said, I'm going live. I'm doing behind the lens tonight. So you'll see me back on camera if you watching sometime. I'm not sure what your time is, but that'll be like around 7. I'll be doing behind the lens and we'll resume the conversation. But I appreciate y'all. I got to get these shirts knocked out. Peace.